Krishna, Sip Vinita, Sip Sagai. I think it is Sip Pushpa, Sip Lakshmi. And I don't know whether you can see me. We are just in an unstable connection. I have just reached a place in the North Pole. I hope you can see the North Pole. Can you see the North Pole? This is minus 12 degrees in a place called Inari, but it doesn't matter. I mean, normally I don't worry to show you where I am, but inside the room, it is a warm 22 degrees inside the room. So these glasses are open to watch the northern lights, the aurora borealis. So these glasses are huge glasses you can watch in the night, green or in purple. Some people, they like to watch the northern lights. Administrator, today's subject of discussion, Administrator, is why should we be detached from the results of our actions? Some of you who are Bhagavad Gita Krishna Bhakts, you may be familiar with this, but do you know the answer? I think it is, what is the chapter? You know this chapter? Which chapter it says? You know? It is chapter 2, verse 47 of the Bhagavad Gita. You know that, right? Huh? Some of you may be, I am not very good in this. So let me see who would like to start the questions and answer session. The question I told you, why must we be detached? Why must we be detached from the results of our actions? So who is going to start today? Who's going to be the champion and start? Samatma. I see Samatma. Yes, Samatma.
Shivoham, sir.
Shivoham, Samatma.
We should be detached because attachment causes expectations. And when we have expectations, that is going to lead us to unhappiness. And as long as I'm attached to the results, I am doing everything with an ego that I am doing it. And if I want to be free from the cycle of death and rebirth and be liberated, then I have to realize that I'm not this body, mind, and ego, and I'm not the doer of any action. And so I am just an instrument in the hands of the divine. If I realize this, I can transcend my karma and be free from this cycle.
The question is why?
So that because I want to be liberated. So I don't want attachment because it will lead to expectations. And if I'm living with expectations, I can never transcend my karma.
Okay. So good. But is there something deeper than that? I am not sure. Let me, as I told you, I myself learning this Bhagavad Gita, I'm very weak. Krishna and Girish. Krishna and Girish. Let me see what answers they have got. Yes.
Yeah.
Why should we be detached? Why should we be from results of our actions?
Bhagavad Gita is my favorite textbook. I am saying in the light of Bhagavad Gita only.
Yes,
but the first point for detachment, the very practical thing is action is in the present moment and result is in the future. So if you are putting your happiness in future, you're postponing your happiness and you are never happy today. You're always, you're postponing your happiness to the result. Your happiness is based on some result, which may happen or may not happen. One. And then the same action can be a bondage because you will have to be available for the result on a later date. So the same action can be bondage, and if you leave the result, it can be a liberating action also. 2 points. I have many points, further I'll speak later.
No, we want the essential points. So you should tell us what are the other points also.
Bhagavad Gita says you have authority, karmanye adhikaraste. You have authority only in action. Result is not your purview. Result is not in your authority.
Absolutely correct. Now you explain to me, Mrs. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, why? Bolo.
Yeah.
Expert
And
of Bhagavad
because-
Gita explained only that one, only that point. What you said, karme, I told you are very bad. I can't even say karmene adhikari. I'll learn from you. Karmene adhikari. Tell what is it? What you are saying, Krishna?
Karmanya adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. I have no right in the result. Karmanya adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. फिर क्या है?
फिर क्या है? ये देखो, फिर ये है.
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्म फल हेतुर्भुर् माते संगस्तु कर्मणि. You should not be the cause for the fruit of action. No, it's okay. Karma fala heturbhu mate sangastu karmani. That doesn't mean you have to go into inaction. The last 4 points in that sloka.
Very good. Now you explain why. The whole world knows this shloka, chapter 2, verse 47. I don't know, but the whole world knows. But tell me why? Why you have got authority on your action, but why you do not have authority on the result? That you explain to me.
Yeah, because result depends on many things. One is definitely your efforts. One point is your efforts. Second point is a time period. And the third point is an unknown factor. That is the creator. So these 3 points. So it depends on totality, not on individuality.
Very good. Very good. Let us ask. Thank you, Bhagavad Gita expert. Thank you, Krishna. Now we are going to ask our master, Girish. What is he to say? Girish, sir, tell me.
Whenever we act, our action should be free. We should not be bound to anything. If you expect something, how your actions can be free? The moment we are attached to the result, fear, anxiety, and other cousins will come. Suppose if I do the action, if I do not get the result, what will happen? So that you cannot fully indulge into your action. Suppose you are not bothered about the result. If you indulge into that, even if result has not come, you can again do the very same work in a different manner. We need to remember one point, sir. We need to remember that the result is not based on agami karma only. It is also based on prarabdha karma, which is not in our hands. This body and mind can indulge into action into agami karma only. Whereas this yummy has done already indulged into prarabdha karma. The result of both these two is the result. How we can control the result? We cannot.
This is called AiR master. You are master of AiR. So you have to explain this properly. What you have said, but I don't know if you can explain. Tell me. You are Girish master. Before we go to Chidanand master, tell me. You are an apple tree. What are you? Apple tree. You have planted apple seed, you're getting apple seed. Which means you have right of the result. You have planted apple seed, mango fruit cannot come. Why? Why then?
It's the law of karma.
Karmanya adhikar.
Law of karma works on 2 points. Twin karma. So only agami karma I have done. So I cannot expect the result without having any control of what I have
Master.
done earlier.
Master. If there's an apple planted, can it become mango?
Not possible.
Then what is that is as an apple, I have karma ne adhikar. हमारा कर्मा का हमारा अधिकार है
लेकिन आगामी में प्रारब्ध में नहीं है. रिजल्ट जो 2 कॉम्बिनेशन में देता है ना,
तो कैसा एप्पल को एप्पल ही आता है? कैसा?
वो लॉ ऑफ कर्मा है.
सोचो थोड़ा
2 पॉइंट्स भी मिलजुल के आ रहा है.
थोड़ा सोचो,
एक्सपेक्टेशन से नहीं आ रहा है.
थोड़ा सोचो. तुम्हारा आंसर is in your lip. Just ask, sit quietly, be in consciousness. You have given a master answer. I don't know that the people have understood the answer. You have given master answer. And even champion of Bhagavad Gita has said, but champion of Bhagavad Gita also will learn something today. Our dear Krishna. She will also take home something which is little different. Okay, let us see. Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham. Sir, let me see what this master brings to the table now.
Shivoham, Guruji.
Shivoham, sir.
If we are concentrating only on the Bhagavad Gita shloka, the shloka clearly says, Karman eva adhikaraste, ma phaleshu kadachana. So you have got right over your actions, that is agami. Karma phala is a part of the cosmic law, and that depends upon multiple factors, because when Sanchita and Prarabdha, and agami combine, and
No
in the
Sanchita.
sphere of time.
No Sanchita. No Sanchita.
I am coming to that. Why? Because agami karma goes and sits into Sanchita. Because Prarabdha, in this life, Prarabdha will only play. So if you are planted in your this life, agami karma, you have planted some apple seeds. At this life, you are actually living a life of let us say orange seeds. It's sprouting. So naturally, what will sprout in this life is only oranges. But because of this twin karma, you are now started planting by your karmas apple seeds. Yes, in the next life or whenever the Lord chooses, that combinations will give you the fruits. But the whole story is told just to have a agami karma by which you destroy all your karmas, get the anubhuti and get. That's why human birth. In human birth only, it's a yoga yoni. That's why we can do yoga.
Siddhanand, use your wisdom to explain in a clear manner. I am asking.
The clear manner is there is a time difference.
Siddhanand, you are a man of wisdom. Slowly. Why should we be? Of course, Krishna says, Karmani adhikari. You know the shloka better than me. Why should we be detached from the results of action? Give that why.
Why is because they have the actual reason why is that you should be aspire for mukti. So in the realm of mukshi,
that's okay. No. See,
if you get detached to your action, what happens is you are actually now getting bound, and that bound means you are getting bound in the life cycle of birth and death. Now, if you don't want to get bound in the cycle of birth and death, you should not get attached to actions. Viveka and Vairagya has to prevail.
Chidanand, we are not going to that level at all. We are not. Girish answered. Girish, you are clear with your answer, I hope. You are clear, I hope, Girish. Girish made a very clear, conclusive statement. He caught it by the neck, like I say, caught it by the neck.
Yeah, he made a statement, but he made a statement, and when you asked him why, he could not answer because he lost the timeline. Your actions today will determine your apple tree at the later date, because today you're not supposed to have apple trees.
No, that is a trick. I took him from consciousness to mind, and he got caught. Then
Yes.
I purposely took him from consciousness back to mind.
Yeah, that's obvious. Yes.
I tricked him, but I am sorry. I did not mean to trick. But see, I am again, Chidanand, I am going back to Girish. And Amitash wants to speak. Girish, after Amitash, you're coming back to explain clearly. We are only talking of this. We have a right to action. You want to drive a car, you can drive a car. Correct? Suppose you're driving a car. Now, you're driving a car. That is, you have a right to drive. But you have no right. You have no right to say that you will reach your destination. That is not in your hands. That is all we are talking about. Because
the type of car will also affect your speed.
No. Don't go into thought mode. Today we are seeing. Let me explain to you where this question is coming from. We're all doing so many actions, and then we are expecting reactions. Because of action, we are expecting reaction, and because of this reaction, there is expectation, and because of expectation, there is disappointment, and because of disappointment, we are caught in samsara, we are caught in thought, and we are. So this beautiful verse number 47, chapter 2, Karmani adhikare. I don't know. I'm admitting I don't know.
Karmaneva adhikaraste.
I don't want to learn also. Neither do I know the Sanskrit, nor do I want to learn.
But you know the essence of it.
Okay. So You have a right to action. Rajendra Pandit has a right to action, but he has no right to the result of that action. Which means you have a right to throw the ball up in the sky. Like I told you, driving a car. You have a right to drive the car, but you do not have the right to choose your destination. Or suppose you're going to pick somebody. Suppose you're driving a car to pick somebody. The picking somebody, the result of your action, you're driving car to pick somebody, maybe you cannot pick. You have no right.
His prarabdha also comes into play. It's a bit very complex.
You're throwing a ball up in the sky. You're throwing a ball up in the sky. You're thinking it will come down and you will catch it. But it may get stolen by a vulture. Bird. And the vulture may take it and go away. Why? Amitash. And then Girish. Why? Amitash? Why? Are you asking some other question, Amitash?
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam, sir.
In this only, the question is, why should we be detached from the results of our action? So from like point of view of God, or from point of view of like efficiency in our, or like improving our lives. So like from which point of view, you know, I'm thinking from like our own point of view of having a good quality of life. So maybe my guess is, I'm not that knowledgeable. My guess is that like if we are expecting results, then it might so happen that like we will get demotivated if results are not as in our favor.
Surely we'll be demotivated. But today's subject is, why should we be detached from results of our actions? You know, this will, I hope you will remind me, I will explain this to you a little bit more detail, but I want Girish to come back and explain what he said, because Girish said something very essentially. Amitash, the question is why, the question on the screen today is, why should we be detached from results of our action? Why should we be detached from results of our action? Master Girish.
Because we have no control over the results.
Why?
Because that is the answer. When we have no
control,
you
so nicely,
what we can do by getting
so nicely you explained. So nicely you explained in the previous session, previous answer. Explain nicely what you explained.
The result is a combination of prarabdha and agami.
Beautiful.
We are now doing only agami.
Beautiful.
So what we have put already by way of prarabdha, we do not know.
Correct. Now, so, Chidanand, look at how clear the answer is, Chidanand. The answer, Krishna, I hope you're understanding the answer so clearly.
Yes.
Continue.
We want chai now. We are putting milk and sugar. Whether
Correct.
we have put coffee powder or chai powder or malt, we do not know.
No. Girish wants to make chai. Girish wants to make chai, so he takes chai powder, he puts chai, doodh, milk, sugar, everything. After mixing chai wanting to eat chai, he wants to have chai and pakoda. Instead of chai and pakoda, suddenly he is drinking, it has become coffee. How it became coffee? Because when Girish went to office, one mad servant in the house changed the coffee container and the tea container because of some madness in her head. She put coffee powder in the tea container, tea powder brought the coffee. Girish doesn't even know. But for him, the chai became coffee. Now he has to have coffee and toffee because chai and pakoda is gone. He has no control on the result. He's explaining why. Did you understand why? Krishna, did you understand why, Krishna, before I give to Chidanand? Did it some take home value or not? I don't know. Krishna is getting, because Krishna did not give this point. Did you get this point, what we are saying?
No, yes, see, he explained on the basis of agami karma, because there are so many interpretations to this sloka. I want to ask a counter question to you. Okay.
Yeah. But I asked a counter question, but did you get this point? I don't want you to miss the point.
I got the point. He said it's a combination. Yes.
Yeah,
but
continue.
I want to ask, you were asking If what a seed, an orange seed planted, will you get an apple? You know, that is the nature. If can a cat be born out of a human? That is the nature of it.
No,
But
wait,
that-
wait. I was tricking Girish before I go to
One more
Chidanand.
thing, but I want to ask you one more thing based on
Yeah.
this loka. See, a farmer who tills and plows his land, okay, he sows his seeds. He does the maximum efforts. He is a dedicated farmer. He plants the best quality seeds, right? And the crop comes up. Right time, the rain comes. He waters the plants. He does the best of his ability. Suddenly, as he is about to harvest, the rains come and everything is finished. So what is an answer to it? So पहले से ही हम detach हो जाएंगे तो?
The answer is in my book called The Fourth Factor. You've not read the book called Fourth Factor. I've written a book called The Fourth Factor. But after writing that book, there are a lot of further thoughts on the fourth factor. The fourth factor means man is in control of three things. The farmer is in control of his land, he's in control of the seed, and he's in control of plowing. But he's not in control of the crop. In that book, I explain the same analogy of a farmer. There are three farmers, 1, 2, and 3. All the three farmers have same field, same village, same seed, same water, same planting. But all the three farmers get three different results. I explain in that book. But today we are in a little different subject. I don't want others to get lost. So I'm sticking to what Giri.
So what I was thinking is whatever karma you explain, there is a God factor which we are unable to understand. There is something you were saying about, you know, the finger moon. There is one God factor, right? Or as you say, the sip factor.
Am I back? Can you see me? Samatma, can you see me? Okay, I got it. So, Krishna, today's discussion is exactly that. Okay? So, today's discussion is exactly that. Just be a little patient. 2, 4, 3, 3, 9, 5. I'm sorry, I'm losing one package, so I'm trying to get to the other package. And give me a few seconds, please, if you don't mind. Okay. I apologize, but I hope you all can see me. We are okay, right? So I was asking Girish, what if I am an apple seed? And if I'm an apple seed, then what happens? And Girish was struggling because I took him to a different state. Girish, the answer is very simple, Girish. When you are a human being, you said you have no control on the result because it is not just your agami karma which you have done, it's a prarabdha karma. But in an apple tree, there is no agami karma. So whatever the prarabdha karma, if you plant apple, you will get apple only. You plant orange, you will get orange only. There can be no change. I know, Krishna, you're getting this point or not. Only the human being is the right of agami karma. Chidanand, you're getting the point. The tree has got right of result. A human being doesn't have karma and adhikar. But a tree, whatever the tree is planted, that only will come. It is all predetermined. A dog's life is predetermined. A tree life is predetermined. A bird's life is predetermined. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. Because there's no agami karma. They are just like machines. But it is only a human being. It's a totally new subject. How Chidanand, you're getting completely new subject, right? Only a human being has new karma, what Girish said, agami karma. And whatever we are trying to do, it's a big problem. because you are in a big problem, because you are doing something, but then you're expecting result, but it's not coming. It's not coming because I hope you get the point. It's not coming because it's not just your agami karma, it's your prarabdha karma hitting at you, not sanchita karma, because it's out of the picture, but your prarabdha karma is hitting at you. Okay, so back to Chidanand first. Chidanand?
Exactly, Guruji. I was telling the same thing, because Manushya Yoni is a Yoga Yoni. Any other yonis are all Bhoga Yoni. So naturally,
Correct.
now the question is, I'm coming to the moot point of our today's subject. Why we should be detached? Because we are all mumukshus, and our only priority, not first, second, third, is to get liberated. Now, if you want to get liberated, you should not even have that, detachment is the only way, because, and your agami karma has to be only at one pointed this thing to get the liberation. So you have to go for anubhuti, and once you get the anubhuti, naturally all the three karmas goes away, because it is burnt. The whole samsar gets dried up. Bhausagar gets dried up. That's why in Mundaka Upanishad and all of the Upanishads, they have this particular shloka which says, once you get the anubhuti, all three karmas get dried up.
So please explain what you're trying to say once again for the others to be clear. We are saying, why should we be detached?
In the part of this mumukshu, we should be detached, because if you're not detached, you automatically have the desire, that vasana gets carried forward, that the unfulfilled desires are getting stored, and they go back, and once you die.
And what is the connection of this topic to that?
The topic of this is because unless you are detached, you cannot get the liberation. Our whole
Chidanand, Girish, Krishna, go one step further. What is this topic doing to us? This topic is forcing us to surrender.
Yes. Because unless you surrender,
this topic is forcing us, because it is telling Chidanand, my dear Chidanand, you have got no control, my dear Krishna,
over the results.
Girish.
Yes.
Why are you wasting your time and your life?
Yes.
This topic is telling you, you have no damn it control of the result of your action, of your life. Stop it.
Yes.
Stop it, stupid. It's telling me,
learn
stupid.
Learn to still the mind and kill it.
And let go. Let go,
yes.
not only of the result of your action, but let go of your action.
Yes.
Let go of everything.
See, that's where another sloka comes in Bhagavad Gita. It says, see inaction in action and action in inaction. And whoever does this is Buddhiman. He has done whatever he has to be done in this life, or for he's liberated.
As I told you, I am not a Bhagavad Gita expert, so I don't want to comment.
No, we refer to Bhagavad Gita is actually, sir, a milk which is coming from Upanishads. All this, the Mundaka Upanishad, all these concepts. But finally,
what happens? Yeah, I am only trying to get what is this today's discussion meant for.
We are interested only in E equal to MC square. All that physics part, we are not bothered.
We want liberation. We want unification. We don't want to be caught in this world. And when we get caught in action, and when we get caught in the result of action,
Sansara remains.
We are gone.
Yes.
No, we are
the cycle of birth and that remains. Yes.
Because you are the body, mind, ego. You are everything.
And sir, I want to say here one more point, that this particular thing which is now in the understood in this quantum world now, because they are trying to find out what is this entanglement. We are talking about soulmate and guru. It's nothing but entanglement. Okay, and we can get entangled. Is that beyond this today's subject? Yeah, beyond today's subject. Detachment is a must.
In today's subject, my dear friends, I'm going to come on to the rest of the speakers, Suvinay and the rest. Today's subject is this. We human beings, we are caught first in action. And then we are caught in the expectation of the results from that action. And because we are caught in action as body, mind, ego, and then after doing that action, we are caught in the result of that action, finish, we are doomed. Means we are caught, full life is gone. Of course, in our original thing, we talk about how We are not the body, mind, ego. We are not the karta, which often Chidanand says. We are not the karta. Why do we think we are the karta? We are not the karta. Forget about, don't mind me saying, forget about karma and adhikar. No, I'm not the karta only. Where's the question of adhikar, karma? There's no, we are coming down from university to school to say, no, you go above that. And this quote or this statement helps you to go above that. It says, in any case, you are only controlling your agami karma. You are, Girish, that's why Girish, I said, master, you are only controlling agami karma. You are not controlling your prarabdha karma. Whatever good you may do, how much ever good you may do, if your good is got caught in your prarabdha karma, finished. Then you will start questioning existence, you will start questioning God, you will start questioning everything, and nothing will make sense to you. This helps you to surrender. This helps you to surrender to karma. This helps you to go beyond karma and helps you to be the not the karta or the bhokta. Helps you to be Atma. So let me quickly go. Thank you, Chidanand and Krishna and Girish for this interesting discussion. Suvinay. Suvinay.
Guruji, can you listen to me?
Yes.
Hello, I'm out.
Yes, please
Pram
stop.
Guruji. Pram Guruji. Guruji, my point of view is that we shouldn't be attached to our results, whatever the outcome is. We have the authority over our actions only. But the results are just like a report card where we can analyze where we went wrong or what efforts are still needed to fulfill that action as a, in a complete way. Am I right or wrong?
You are right from the surface perspective.
Okay.
But you are not right when you come to the overall perspective, because you did not write the paper itself. Imagine you wrote the paper and you are being judged, but you wrote the first 2 pages. Somebody else wrote the other 6 pages. Okay. Who is the somebody else? It is somebody who was alive in the previous janma. So our past karma of our previous janma controls our current results. Therefore, we have got to be very careful in this particular point. And I know this is not an easy subject, my dear friends. I'm sorry, some of you may be thinking what today's subject is going over our head. But it's Samatma, you're getting the sense of what we are saying, Samatma? This is a very important subject. This is to understand how important it is for us to let go of results, then to let go of action, which does not mean inaction, but to live as the divine instrument. When we live as the divine instrument, then there's no karta, then there's no karma, then there's no bhokta, then there's no rebirth. So many different things. Kailash. Yes, Kailash.
Shivoham Guruji.
Shivoham, sir.
From my point of view, that we have the control of the actions, but the result that's depend on the external factors. If we see, if we are picking a person, but it's depend on the external factors that maybe the raining, maybe the natural, okay. So the result is depend on the properly external factors. We have control only.
Yeah, but no. In normal cases, what Suvina said, in normal cases, I studied for the examination. I wrote the examination paper. I get my result. What Suvina says is the normal. Suvina was what? It's a very simple thing. I plant apples. I should get apples. Chapter closed. Girish was making tea, and it should come tea. How did coffee come? Girish was making tea. How it became coffee? So it's not Girish. It is somebody else's influence that turned the tea into coffee. This is what Krishna asked, and I told Krishna, read the book called The Fourth Factor. So, spirituality is not a 2+2 subject, my dear friends. First of all, in spirituality, we learn, as you sow, so shall you reap. You plant apples, you will get apples. Then as you keep moving forward, Kailash, as you keep moving forward, you're planting apples, but you're getting mangoes. You say, what is this magic? How is it possible? No, actually, it is not possible. You can't plant apples and get mangoes, because the apple tree and the mango tree have got no agami.
Guruji, my point of view that only the human being having the intellectual power. And if we see the others, than the human, they have no intellectual.
Correct. Therefore, the human being has intellectual power, and the human being is a karta, and the human being creates karma, not a dog. A dog or a frog, a butterfly, a bee or tree do not create karma. They are only bhoktas. They are not kartas. They are not creating new karma. But the human being is the only one who can be liberated from samsara because he has got the intellect. The human being is the only one who is capable of moksha. A dog cannot get moksha. A dog has to come back as a human being and then get moksha.
Right.
So therefore, because the dog cannot, how can a dog get mukti? How can a dog overcome ignorance? How can a dog realize who he is? Dog cannot say, I am not I am not DOG, I am GOD. Dog cannot say. Dog does not have the intellectual capability. But actually, you know where this question came? Somebody asked me this question on the internet. Somebody asked me the question, so I picked it up. I found it interesting. Why should we be detached? Why should we be detached? This is a very, I'm admitting this is not a normal Zoom topic. This is a very complicated topic, but who, Amitash and Suvina, you still want to say something? Please say before we close the session, please. Amitash and Suvina.
Master, you said one statement that we should not only get entangled with the results, but not get entangled in karma as well, action as well. So,
Yes.
So I just want to understand like what you exactly meant by karma. So are you like saying that we should not do any work, or we should like not try to get rich or something like that?
We should not do any work. Okay, am I there?
Yeah, you just got it. Yeah.
Okay, so you should not perform karma as Amitash. You have to perform as the Atma, as the Ruh. You have to perform as a divine instrument. You have to surrender your actions. Oh Lord, I surrender my actions to you. Correct? This is what Krishna tells Arjuna, right? That whatever you do, do unto me. Krishna, is it not another shloka in the Gita? That he says, hey Arjuna, whatever you are doing, you do it unto me. You offer it unto me. I told you I'm not an expert in the Gita, but I know there is a shloka which says that we have to surrender our actions to the hands of the divine. So Abhinash, it does not mean that we should become inaction. That also the Gita clearly says that you're not supposed to become inaction. No. Okay, but you're supposed to have action in inaction. I think that's the one thing it says. So your action must be an action in inaction, which means that there should be no desire of results, which means that they are not your actions, which in my language, in AiR language, you act as a divine instrument. मैं एक बांसुरी प्रभु कुछ भी नहीं, संगीत है तेरा मैं कुछ भी नहीं, मैं तो कुछ ना हूं करता, जो भी करता मैं तू ही करता. I always tell you in this call, I don't talk. I come to this call.
Actions follow desires, Master. So you're saying just now, like you said, that we should not have desire. But
no desires.
First we desire, then only we start to act. So surrendering is something to Lord would seem.
As soon as you have desires, and those desires are creating action, means you're caught in bhoga. You're caught in samsara. And those desires will take action, that action will lead to reaction, and that will have, you will have possessions and pleasures and people, and you'll be caught as body, mind, and ego, and then you will be caught and you will go on and round in circle and circle and circle. You have to, Amitash, we have to realize I am not the doer of action. I am the Atma. Atma is Paramatma. We have to be very clear about it. So when I closing comment, I will close. So when
how Guruji? It's can you hear me, Guruji?
Yes, continue.
In a nutshell, we can say that we have to be desireless of all our desires. We have to be desireless of our desires. Secondly, how can we dissolve our past life karmas if they are restricting to our growth or to the level where we are unable to perform our actions up to the fullest level? That's it.
So first point is desires will never quench your thirst. Desires will only make you burst. Desires will never fulfill your need. Desire will make you full of greed. Keep clear about it. Desire is not the solution. Point one. Point two, The way to be free from karma is to realize that you are not the doer of karma. This is the whole essence of our journey. That as long as I think I am doing the karma, I will be the bhokta. Not only will I do the karma, I will come back, I will get the result. You will get the result of your karma. Everybody gets the result of their karma. But like Girish said, today's session, not just your present karma, but a combination of present karma and past karma. So you have no control of the result. And then you're disappointed. And then you go on and on. My dear friends, today was a little complicated session because tomorrow Sunday, tomorrow is an easy session, open session. But sometimes I like to bring some tough sessions because if every day is easy session, then it becomes a little difficult. So today's session was, I don't know how many of you absorbed it, and if you're not clear, please ask questions. I'm repeating, Ashok Nichani, you understood Ashok Nichani? You can do any action, but don't be attached to the result of that action. Whatever you are doing, my dear friends, you can do it even in the name of God as an instrument, but don't wait for the result. Don't keep on telling Prabhu, Prabhu, kya hua Prabhu? मैंने ये किया प्रभु, मेरा रिजल्ट कहाँ है प्रभु? प्रभु क्या प्रभु? मैं रामेश्वर गया प्रभु, मैं केदारनाथ गया प्रभु, मैं मंदिर में 100 कोकोनट तोड़ा प्रभु, मैं कितना दिन से पूजा कर रहा हूँ प्रभु, क्या हो रहा है प्रभु? No, don't expect any results. We'll see you tomorrow at 8. Sorry for the disconnection, but I'll see you tomorrow at 8.